One third of American game developers have lost their job in the past couple of years. It's getting wild out there, everybody. Hey, it's Chris Volpe. I just saw this article. I'll post a link in the description on my YouTube video, but article talking about how over one third of US based game developers have lost their job in less than 2 years. That is a insane statistic. I mean, obviously, we've been hearing about offshoring of American jobs to overseas, particularly in the game space. A lot of stuff in Eastern Europe, um, India a little bit. We're starting to see some Latin American and even African countries. And I think as a whole, that's great. I love seeing more developers from across the world involved in the games industry. But what is clearly happening now is one, this AI push is just removing quote unquote the need for these roles. So they're redundant, which I don't buy. But the second thing is that the reason why a lot of these other countries, these economies are getting these jobs, frankly, just because they're super cheap. And game design at a AAA level for many of the larger studios has just become like a workshop. It's just a factory where they just need people to go and do the work as they're told. There's very little sort of creative input for a lot of these offshore development studios. And so they're just getting their spec sheets and then they're told what to do. And that's what you get, right? But it makes it really, really difficult. I mean, one, I'm a game developer. This is my business. And we lost our largest client. I won't say who it is, but it's a big one. We lost our largest client last month. We just finished up with them. And that sucks. That's dramatically hurt our business. But I'm also a teacher. I teach the Intro to Game Design course. I've also taught game studio and the business of games, and teach a lot about the history of games. And it's harder and harder every year for me to tell these students that there are these opportunities out there, because the reality is they're not. You go and you get a 2 year or even a 4 year degree in game development, and you're competing against folks that have been in the industry for 5, 10, 20 years that are really, really skilled experts, and they can't find jobs. I personally, I've got friends who are in the game and sort of game adjacent space that have been unemployed for 6, 9 months. I've got one friend who's been unemployed for over a year, and just trying to find anything right now, anything that is even like transferable skills. It's really, really rough out there, and yet we keep seeing these companies, post record profits. Like this is insane. We have allowed these large companies to treat the employees and the workers like total garbage. Meanwhile, they make an insane amount of money, which they then reinvest into AI, which at this point, so far, is an unmitigated disaster pretty much everywhere. There's a great MIT article or analysis about that. Maybe I'll talk about that as a separate thing. But it showed that over 95% of these corporate AI programs and pilot programs are just complete messes. They don't save any time. They don't save any money. They're completely inefficient and ineffective. And yet people are losing their jobs, and it's really bad. And we haven't even seen the AI bubble burst yet. And so I really, it really hurts me to talk to my students where I was like, hey, I don't know what the world's going to look like in 2 years or 4 years when you get your degree. But right now, the games industry and the tech industry is really, really rough. And the companies at the top who are posting insane profits, who, the C-level suites are getting tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars between their salary and their stock options, are just using us as disposable entities that can come and go. As long as they can make money off of you, cool. Otherwise, they kick you to the curb. And we're expect to be fortunate. We're supposed to be appreciative of this opportunity they're giving us. Like, come the F on. It is getting ludicrous. And we're going to start to see this everywhere. Now, my positive hope, I was going to say positive spin. There's no positive spin on this, but my positive hope is that when these AI projects do indeed fail, and these companies start to realize that, oh, it turns out if you have a strong, well-educated, creative workforce that feels they have creative control and wants to make a good product, that you'll actually make really good money at it. And we've seen that with video games and with movies over the past 5 years, that these stellar games that come out that really wow people. I don't know, Baldur's Gate 3, there's the Claire Obscura Expedition 33 game, even GTA 6, which I know is this large behemoth of a company with Rockstar and Take-Two, but they really focus on having talent there that can create really great games. And my hope is that these companies will begin to realize that, yeah, you can maybe make money by just doing the lowest common denominator and putting these half baked projects out. But at the end of the day, the games that are going to really, really stand the test of time, the ones that people are going to talk about for generations, the ones that people are going to come back to, and younger folks are going to do, reactions to, those are the games that are going to last. The ones where people worked together to really say something in their game, both through their narrative and their gameplay and what else. And but this is a really rough time. So keep an eye out. We're going to be posting some updates on GDEX here. I think the theme for GDEX is in 2026 is we're all in this together, and we're going to try to create a GDEX that's going to provide as much opportunity and networking and connections as possible so that we can help people get through these next couple of years, because it's going to be real rough. So I wish I had better news for you. Again, let me know in the comments your thoughts. I try to keep an eye on them and respond to them as best I can. But I hope you all are doing well, and I'll see you in the next video.